Hello everyone. Thank you for being here today with us in the British University in Dubai. We are going to discuss an important topic today about the UAE's efforts towards achieving net zero by 2050. First, we will introduce you to the sustainability challenges in the UAE's net zero strategy, and then we will discuss how net zero can be achieved. After that, we will review some examples of the UAE's efforts to achieve net zero. And then we will discuss the sustainability package for accelerating net zero in the UAE. Finally, we will have a Q&A section for your insights. The United Arab Emirates consists of 7 emirates. Situated in the southeast of the Arab Peninsula, the UAE forms a triangular shape along the southern and southeastern edges of the Arabian Gulf and part of the western shore of the Gulf of Oman. It holds a strategic position near the western entrances of the Strait of Hormuz. As an oil-producing nation, the UAE faces the challenge of addressing environmental concerns without hindering its economy. It's intriguing to examine the strategies and efforts undertaken for these initiatives, which not only meet international climate goals but also support domestic sustainability. Sustainability is based on the interplay of social, economic, and environmental pillars, each crucial to sustainable development. Given the escalating environmental issues, strategic and planned sustainable actions are necessary, focusing on eco-friendly and energy-efficient practices to enhance our environmental responsibility. The foundation of sustainability rests on 3 primary pillars that interact and relate dynamically: social, economic, and environmental. This tripartite framework is the result of evolving literature and clearly shows the interconnectedness and shared interests of these 3 areas, each playing a crucial role in creating sustainable environmental designs. Given the current environmental perspective, it is evident that strategic, well-planned sustainable development is essential, promoting a decent social life, supporting economic growth, and aligning with eco-friendly energy-efficient practices. Therefore, the UAE has announced its vision for a strategic plan committed to achieve net zero by 2050. But what is net zero? The United Nations defines net zero as reducing carbon emissions to minimal levels that can be absorbed and stored by natural processes and other means, resulting in no net emissions. Additionally, the Intergovernmental Panel on Climate Change definition to net zero is that net zero emissions are achieved when anthropogenic emissions of greenhouse gases to the atmosphere are balanced by anthropogenic removals over a specified period. In 2017, His Highness Sheikh Mohamed Bin Rashid Al Maktoum unveiled the UAE's energy strategy for the next 30 years. The plan aims to increase clean energy's share in the total energy mix to 50%, saving 700 billion Emirati dirhams by 2050. It also aims to boost consumption efficiency by 40% for individuals and corporations. By 2050, the target energy mix is 44% clean energy, 38% gas, 12% clean coal, and 6% nuclear energy. In other words, achieving net zero strategy. With the implementation of the UAE Net Zero by 2050 strategic initiative, the UAE expects an increase in GDP by around 3% equals 1 trillion Emirati dirhams by 2050 and the creation of around 200,000 jobs. The UAE also aims to become a significant player in green technologies and support global decarbonization efforts. The question now is, how can net zero be achieved? Reaching net zero will necessitate a twofold strategy. Primarily, human-induced emissions from fossil-fueled transport and industrial activities, which must be minimized to nearly zero. The remaining emissions should then be offset by an equivalent amount of carbon removal, either through natural means such as reforesting or via technological solutions like direct air capture and storage, which extracts carbon directly from the atmosphere. Transitioning to a net zero world is one of humanity's biggest challenges, requiring complete changes in how we produce, consume, and travel. The energy sector, responsible for about 75% of greenhouse gas emissions, is crucial to mitigating climate change. Shifting from coal, gas, and oil power to renewable sources like wind or solar would significantly cut carbon emissions. The UAE has introduced real-life examples of their efforts to achieve net zero Mohammed Bin Rashid Al Maktoum Solar Park. The UAE called the Mohammed bin Rashid Al Maktoum Solar Park in number of phases, which expected to generate a production capacity of 5,000 megawatts using concentrated solar power technologies. Once finished, this solar project is projected to greatly enhance environmental sustainability by reducing about 6.5 million tons of CO2 emissions yearly. The Noor Abu Dhabi Solar Park. Located in Abu Dhabi, it spans 8 square kilometers and comprises 3.2 million solar panels. The facility generates about 1 gigawatt of power, decreasing the need for natural gas and electricity production, thereby cutting down carbon emissions by 1 million metric tons annually. The plant contributes significantly to the UAE's clean energy targets, providing enough electricity to power 90,000 households across 259,000 houses. Barrakah Nuclear Energy Plant. The Barrakah Nuclear Power Plant is the UAE's inaugural nuclear power station and also the first in the Arabian Peninsula. It is the second in the Arabian Gulf region and the first commercial nuclear facility in the Arab world. Comprising 4 reactors, it has a total capacity of 5,600 megawatts, aimed at meeting up to 25% of the UAE's electricity demand. The Barrakah plant is a crucial part of the UAE's efforts to its energy diversification sources. Once fully operational, the Barrakah nuclear energy plant aims to preclude up to 22 million tons of carbon emissions annually, which is equivalent to taking 4.8 million cars off the roads. Green hydrogen. Green hydrogen production refers to generating hydrogen using renewable and eco-friendly energy sources. This approach enables hydrogen to serve as a sustainable and clean alternative, decreasing greenhouse gas emissions and diminishing fossil fuel dependence. The primary advantage of producing green hydrogen with green energy is the absence of direct harmful pollutants or greenhouse gases during the process. Green hydrogen is produced by electrolysis, a process that uses electrical current to split hydrogen from oxygen and water. There is also a sustainability package for accelerating net zero in UAE, such as the upswing solar and wind energy. The UAE benefits from plentiful solar energy due to its position in the solar belt. This is a great chance to increase solar energy by creating more and more solar parks all over the Emirates. Since 2009, solar PV module prices have decreased by 75%, with ongoing reductions. In addition, residential solar PV systems are now up to 70% less expensive than they were in 2008. This price reduction makes solar energy not only a sustainable choice but also an economically viable one in the long term. Wind energy is a viable option for the UAE, given its extensive coastal area, which provides an appropriate platform for deploying wind turbines. The United Arab Emirates, with the 3rd largest area in the Gulf region, has additional uninhabited land suitable for wind farms. Although solar power is often considered the primary renewable energy source for the UAE due to its climate, wind energy remains a feasible supplementary option. With 13.4% of the year suitable for full-load wind operation in the UAE, wind energy may not be the primary source of renewable energy, but could support other energy resources. The UAE wind program is expected to power more than 23,000 UAE homes a year. It will displace 120,000 tons of carbon dioxide, equivalent to removing more than 26,000 petrol-powered cars from the road annually. Collaborations between public sector, private sectors, and global organizations. Encouraging public-private partnerships can leverage the expertise and resources of both sectors. They can accelerate the deployment of clean energy projects and drive innovation. This can promote the broader adoption of renewable energy technologies. Cooperation among the government, private sector, and international bodies is essential for knowledge transfer, sharing best practices, attracting investments, and promoting local R&D. Collaborative efforts can significantly contribute to accelerating the transition to renewable energy in the UAE by leveraging the strengths of various sectors. Through such partnerships, the UAE can continue to foster innovation, enhance technological capabilities, and attract investment in renewable energy projects, ultimately aiding the country in achieving its sustainability and energy objectives. Embedded policies and regulations. A clear and supportive regulatory framework is crucial for the success of renewable energy projects. Streamlining permitting processes, ensuring grid access for renewable energy producers, and setting long-term renewable energy targets can provide the necessary certainty for investors. Policymakers should enhance regulations, offer financial incentives, and build infrastructure for renewable energy projects. It is necessary to ensure that these policies are effectively communicated, consistently enforced, and supportive of the development of renewable energy in UAE. Public awareness and voluntary campaigns. Increasing public awareness about the benefits of renewable energy and the urgent need to address climate change shall significantly impact the adoption of renewable energy technologies in the UAE. Educational campaigns, awareness programs, and active citizen participation in sustainable practices have contributed to this positive shift towards renewable energy technologies. Additionally, there is a growing consumer interest in installing rooftop solar panels and investing in shared renewable energy projects, reflecting an increasing demand for clean and sustainable energy sources. Raising public awareness about the importance of sustainable energy and environmental conservation is essential for garnering support and fostering behavioral change. Public awareness campaigns, educational programs, and community engagement initiatives can empower citizens to contribute to the nation's net zero goals. Finally, the UAE is expanding the country's mangroves planting, which helps prevent coastal erosion, encourage biodiversity, and capture more carbon per hectare than rainforests. The UAE plans to plant 100 million new mangroves by 2030. A role model in this topic is Dubai Electricity and Water Authority, as it is organizing a yearly campaign to plant 5,500 mangroves in the Jebel Ali Marine Reserve, in collaboration with Emirates Marine Environmental Group. At the end, government shall encourage utilities and independent producers to invest heavily in renewables, storage, and nuclear power. Photovoltaic panels will be crucial for power generation on the net zero pathway. By 2050, solar technologies, along with nuclear energy, reverse osmosis, batteries, and other storage methods, will reduce reliance on gas and potentially replace it with hydrogen or alternatives. This shift is essential for decarbonizing the power and water sectors and reducing emissions in other areas. Thank you for your time and attention. We truly appreciate the collective commitment to this vital cause of sustaining our planet.